Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a quick video sharing some of the products that I received from Globleland. So we're going to be making a medallion type of belly band, maybe 2 of them, and some clusters with some of the dies that they sent me. I've got some bits here because I want to be able to make a couple of clusters, so I've just got some scraps here from my scrap bin, and then this is stuff from the kit. These are not scraps. I have not created any scraps from the Rach and Bella Bohemian Girls kits, so I will be having to cut into some of these, but that is okay. I'm just going to set that aside for now. I just wanted to review what I received from them. I'm looking forward to using the vellum envelopes. I will probably do my 3rd video for them using these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but they are amazing. I love them. I'm thinking about seeing if I can open them up and run them through my printer, but I'm not sure if I can. But I might be able to run them through so that at least the front has got a print on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but I just thought I would. It's been a bit since I showed you those supplies. So these are all the dies I received from them. So we've got what I'm calling their medallions. I love them. So I just picked some of my favorites to work with. These are not the ones I'm working with today. Look at these. I've been looking for nesting flower shaped dies like this design for a while, so I'm looking forward to that. I love this. I love the ovals, so that's going to be great fun. And I love this. It's so different. Isn't that just so unique? And then the stars, kind of stars, I guess. They look like stars to me. So let me set those aside, get them out of my way. These are the ones we're going to be using today. So I thought we would create some clusters using these, the smaller dies that they sent me, and then two of the larger dies. So I did forget one supply. Let me just reach behind me and grab it and see what we can do today. So I've got my machine right there. I can't pull it into camera, but I've got the Sizzix or the Big Shot switch, so I'll be doing my embossing using that. So I think my paper will fit. So let's start with this one. So I thought we could get 3 dies out of that. So I thought I would use this one on here. So I'm just gonna. So you're gonna obviously lose some of the image, right? Because it's going to cut out a lot of this, and you're just going to be left with the skeleton of it. So I'm just going to start running this through the machine, and then I will come back with you in a minute and show you the die cuts. Let me just prep my plates here. A little bit out of sorts this morning. And I think that we need that. I don't know if those are considered a thinlet, but we'll try them. And then, so I'm just going to create my sandwich here after I covered up my project. This is the day after the 4th of July here in the United States, and I am tired. I am too old to be up until midnight, but it was a good day. It was a really good day. Missed a couple of my grandsons. They were with their dads, so that was kind of a bummer. But, you know, we move on. So I'm just going to run this through my machine really quick. Okay, let's see what we got here. They are very, very intricate dies, so keep that in mind as you're looking at this. So I am going to have to take the time to punch these out so that I can do multiple ones. So let me grab my pokey tool. I'm not a huge fan of this extreme level of detail, but once you take the time to punch them out, get them out of the die, they're actually quite beautiful. So let me just do that really quick. There we go. So we still have more to pull out of that, but I just want to show you fully what it looks like. I was thinking about using some gold embossing, or not embossing, but some gold, my iridescent gold fine paint, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do that because I was thinking of a different project when I was grabbing that. So it's just something else that I'm going to be doing coming up. So it's not going to really work with these dies. But let me just finish punching this out and cutting my other 2 circles. I need 3 in total to be the length, the height that I want them to be for the waterfall, the BOHO waterfall journal. So I will be right back. Okay, I did want to come back on and talk with you a little bit about how the cutting is going. The dies are very, very intricate. They're amazing. Don't get me wrong. They are amazing. Look at that. Look at that cut. But you see how many pieces there are? I can see that I've missed some. But my recommendation after I punched those 2 out is I started with the back of the die and I just started poking all the bits out that I can see. And the other thing, I did run this through my my switch twice because I had one that didn't quite cut all the way through, and that probably has to do with the intricacy. I'm not generally a big fan of super intricate dies because they kind of test my patience, but I think for this project it's going to be worth the struggle. So I'm going to speed this up and just keep showing you how I poke this out and how I'm kind of strategically going around the die to release as many pieces as I can before I take it out of the die. I found this to be a better solution, so just in case that is helpful to you. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over and pull out the main, well actually the other thing I did is I kind of went like this, and on these bits, so this center comes out, but this piece comes out. So I'm just using my little pokey tool to loosen those bits. So just by kind of touching it, it just releases. Most of the time it releases pretty easily. That one's a little bit tight for some reason. At the risk of tearing the back of the paper, I'm going to just clip that there. And so again, worth the work if you like the die, so which I do. I don't know that I would use this all the time because I don't. This is a lot of fiddly work, but again, the dies are great quality. I'm not having any trouble with the cutting, other than again, as I said, I did run it through the machine twice. So, but I found this to be a good strategy. It's just to kind of go in there and pull the, come on, don't get stuck now. There we go. I am also working with 65-pound paper. Oh, that one is stuck. That's not cool. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to pop it out, the whole thing, just by finding an edge here, and then pull that out. And then I'm going to continue picking at this until I've got it all cleaned out. Okay, I think I just about got it all. So there we have our 3. I'm just looking on the back. That's a great way to check and see if you've poked them all. I see I've missed a few little bits. So again, it is tedious, but when I select products for this kind of unboxing and sharing from these companies, when I have a choice, I'm picking products that are going to go with projects that I'm working on. So there we go. Let me get rid of all of these crumbs. And I'm going to, I thought that I would put this on a piece of paper, but I'm not sure that that's what I want to do. So let me grab some kit pages here for this journal, or this, this kit, and see if there's something in here I'd like to put it on. I don't know that I do, because I want it to be a little bit more either solid or maybe a piece of lace. I'm leaning towards a piece of lace at this point. So let me just reach behind me and see what I can find. Okay, I think I found some that I like. So this will be perfect because it will act, well, it's not though, because these are they're too fragile. So I am going to need to get a piece of paper. I think I'm just going to grab some cardstock, maybe in this green color. So I will be more little pieces. I'll be right back. Okay, what I did is I went ahead and just grabbed a piece of cardstock from my stash, and I cut it widthwise. I cut it the width of the medallion, and then I cut it the height of the journal, which this is our waterfall journal, and it is measuring basically 8 1/4 is the height. The width is not is obviously weird in this because it's a waterfall journal, so everything is going to be different. So so let me go ahead and play with this a bit. Oh, I don't want that. Goodness gracious. I want the dies. Let me just do a double check, make sure I got all the bits. Oh, I got a couple of little dots here. So what we're making here is a belly band. I'm sorry in case I didn't mention that. I've walked away from the camera more times than I generally do when I'm filming, so my apologies, guys. So that looks pretty darn good. I didn't do a prototype, like I didn't try these dies before I turned the camera on. So so yeah, you're getting the raw experience, which I think is a true way to do an unboxing and to do a share of a product that is being kind of advertised, is just to show the real working, the way it really works. So there we go. So the other thing that I need to do is, I'm wondering if we could put the lace on now though, because that would be a lovely addition, wouldn't it? Let me just showcase this a second. Because I think that would be really pretty for the boho, except then our things are not going to stick. Yeah, it has to go right on paper because the die is so intricate. So what I'm going to do is, this was a tip somebody gave me, where they put the art glitter glue on your hand and then kind of rubbed the die on it. I'm hoping that this is going to work because this is a pain in the neck. So I'm just going to kind of tap around. It's probably more glue than I need. It's going to seep through, but it is clear when dried. So I feel like a little bit of a silly girl here doing this. Did you ever paint your hands with Elmer's glue and then peel it off? I remember doing that. I don't have a lot of memories growing up, but I do remember that. So there we go. So this is pretty sticky, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on the top, and I'm going to try to get it even-ish. Okay, and hopefully I got all the bits, but you know what I say. Perfection is not at play in the studio. Just grabbing a paper towel here and wiping my hand off, and then I'm going to tap this and just kind of dab that in. Awesome. This is beautiful. And then I'm going to put this one that's a little bit less descript here, less color. I'm going to put it there, but I need to put the bottom one on first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that same process. I think that worked really well, and I think spreading it out actually does a good job too. So let me try that again. Thank you for the tip, my viewers. I was struggling with an intricate die and I had forgotten this technique. I have seen it, but I haven't really done it. So I'm just going to try to get all these bits on here. Obviously, if you're allergic to this product, well, I guess you wouldn't be using it, would you? but something on your skin is a whole different kind of beast. So, so let's go ahead and put this one down here. And I'm going to try to turn it so it's similar, as similar as I can make it. Again, I don't aim for perfection, so I hope that's okay with you guys. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with this one. This is painful. Painful process here. But it is a nifty trick, I'm telling you. Let me just check this one. It looked like I missed something. Nope. Okay. And it doesn't take much art glitter glue to get things to stick. I'm just going to put just a smidge more on there just to make sure that we're good. There we go. So, and again, I'm going to turn it so I don't know if you notice that these points, I'm trying to have them go the same direction is basically what I'm aiming for there. So let me turn that though, so that I've got those lines. I'm not carrying for those lines in there. And I'm just going to try to get it basically in the same position here, like so. And oops, we need to move it over a bit. Again, you know, don't worry or fret about exacting it, you know, like getting it exactly perfect. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to grab a baby wipe and wipe my hand off. Cool trick. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So I wanted to get those glued on before I make a decision about rounding the corner. So I am going to grab my corner rounder here and do that, because I love that. And then we're going to ink this up, and then our belly band is done. And then we're just, I was going to do 2 belly bands, but the dies are way too intricate to do on camera. So you guys see the beauty of these pieces. I mean, the dies are amazing. I would highly recommend these. So yeah, I love that. So let me ink around the edges here really quick. Perfect. There is our belly band. So off camera, I will put like a sentiment or something on it. I'm not sure. I might put an image in the middle. We'll see, but I'm not going to take up the time on the video to do that, because this is about the Globleland products. It's not about my creations as much. So let me put that aside, and then let's go ahead and do a couple of the smaller ones to do clusters. So hopefully they won't be as difficult to punch out. And I don't mean difficult in a bad way. I mean difficult in a beautiful way. These are a little bit too big, in my opinion, for a cluster. Although this one would be a better die because it doesn't have as many, if you can see the difference here. Well, I guess you can't really tell because of the way the die is created. But I think I'm going to try this one. And let's do a small cluster and a big cluster. So let me get my board back over here. And let's toss these scraps out of the way. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this paper. This is also from the BOHO, the Bohemian Girl kit. There's a whole bunch of kits, you guys, as a part of this this deal. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do 3 just because I have the space here, and then we'll probably we might only decorate 1. I'm not sure. I don't want to keep you guys forever. But I always do that off camera, and then I show you the photos at the end, in the photos at the end, what I actually did. So here we go. I'm going to run this through twice as well, just to ensure that we've got good cuts. I'd rather just take the chance, you know, go ahead and be sure than to take a chance and have them, oh man, one of them bumped into the other one. Crudzo, it moved. Ah, the raw and the beautiful, you guys. Come to you with the raw and the beautiful. See? Oh, see how this one moved over? That might be problematic. We'll see. We'll see. Ah! Things went flying. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Uh-oh, that one didn't cut through. Why not? That is frustrating. I mean, for me to run it through twice and it still didn't cut through is a little interesting. This one I think is a problem because, boy, that's really, it must have moved. That second one moved. So we're just going to do a big cluster. I'm going to run this through one more time. And then just because it is still attached, so I know it hasn't moved, something didn't cut through, so. Okay, so I have noticed, you know, when you die cut, sometimes when you do, especially a more intricate die on the edge of the plate, it can cause this problem. So I don't believe that this is a problem with the die cut as much as it is just a funky thing with the machine. So I'm going to take a moment and poke this out, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so this I ran through the die cut machine twice, and it did not cut the center. Like, I don't know what is the problem, but I am not going to continue to fuss with this. Again, I've showed you the products, and I think they're fantastic, but I am a little disappointed that it's not cutting well. So these intricate pieces in this inside, they need to be cutting very, very clearly. So I will continue to try this off camera and see if I can find some other techniques to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and just let this be for now. And again, it's not a negative, it's feedback for the company, because I don't think that that should be that difficult. Like, I'm pretty experienced with die cuts. I do use intricate die cuts. I ran this through twice and it still didn't cut through those bits. So you can see that they're not even, focus, they're not even cut through. Can you see that? So I will provide that feedback to the company. Again, that is not, sometimes a company can produce a product and they might have a dud. They might have a bad die that just didn't work well. The intricacy of these dies would make it very complicated, in my opinion. So I will probably mess around with some of these off camera, but I'm going to, I'm not going to really, you know, I'm not going to hold my joy hostage anymore by trying to fuss with this today. So I will see you in the next video. All the links to Globleland are down below. Very affordable. They look to be good products. I love the dies. I love how they turned out for our belly band. These medallions I think are gorgeous. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.